There is an undeniable, profound sensation expanding across our global community right now that the very texture of reality has undergone a quiet yet fundamental shift. Millions of individuals across every continent are waking up each morning with a deep, persistent feeling that time itself is behaving differently, that old societal structures are losing their density, and that a silent recalibration is occurring within the human biological system. This is not an illusion, nor is it a temporary psychological reaction to modern life. What you are sensing in your body, in your emotional field, and in your immediate environment is the direct result of a massive planetary event that higher dimensional intelligence networks have long anticipated and prepared for. We have officially entered the dense corridor of the photonic realignment, a phase of divine evolution where the planetary baseline frequency is being permanently elevated. For decades, conscious teachers and spiritual communities have spoken about a coming wave of solar transformation. Today, that event is no longer a distant theoretical concept or a story passed down through prophetic texts. It is reflected directly in the measurable shifting of Earth's magnetic shields, in the unprecedented fluctuations of solar flares, and in the profound inner transformations occurring within every receptive soul on Earth. As our solar system travels along its grand cosmic orbit through a highly concentrated belt of high-density photon particles, the light geometry of our entire world is undergoing a thorough cleanup. The intense streams of solar energy entering our atmosphere are carrying specific, high-vibrational intelligence designed to reset the human biological template back to its divine design. To fully understand what is unfolding above and within us, we must look past the manufactured noise of mainstream news, political friction, and constant technological distraction. The incoming solar wave is not a force of destruction, nor is it something that should produce fear in the human heart. In the physics of universal mechanics, surges of refined photonic energy act as absolute biological catalysts. Photons are not merely physical units of illumination. They are encoded light packets that carry cosmic intelligence. When a planetary body moves into a high-density photon field, every living cell, every neural pathway, and every subtle energy center receives a direct command to shed lower frequency density and match the higher baseline of the environment. This biological transformation begins at the core of human genetics. Human DNA is not a fixed, unchanging chemical ladder. It functions as a biological crystal antenna capable of receiving, translating, and broadcasting non-physical frequencies. For thousands of years, the collective human experience operated under a suppressed vibrational ceiling. This suppression was maintained by dense collective fear, unprocessed historic trauma, and synthetic electromagnetic fields that continuously saturated the planetary atmosphere. That heavy environment created a barrier that made higher intuition, inner peace, and spiritual multidimensionality feel like rare, temporary occurrences rather than a natural way of being. However, as the photonic wave passes through Earth's field, that artificial vibrational ceiling is dissolving. The light is entering the deepest layers of human tissue, triggering physical and subtle recalibrations that many are experiencing in their daily lives right now. You may have noticed periods of unexplainable physical exhaustion, where your body demands complete, uninterrupted rest regardless of how well you slept the night before. You might experience sudden heat releases through your nervous system, changing perceptual boundaries, vivid dream cycles, or unexpected emotional clearing where long-buried grief and old attachments dissolve without a clear psychological trigger. These physical signs are not evidence of decline or physical illness. They are the physical markers of a human body shedding centuries of low-frequency density to accommodate a far higher voltage of light. During this intense window of planetary realignment, the concept of the Great Shift is frequently misunderstood within the spiritual community. Many have been taught to expect an instantaneous, catastrophic external event that will magically resolve all human problems, while individuals remain completely passive spectators. In reality, the universe operates through harmonic alignment and self-responsibility. The shift is not a sudden magic trick. It is an internal integration that unfolds in progressive, organic stages. The first stage requires the total dismantling of internal illusions. Everything that was constructed on fear, conditional identity, emotional suppression, or external validation must come to the surface to be acknowledged, honored, and permanently released. This internal cleanup explains why so many people feel an increasing detachment from old career paths, habitual entertainment, and toxic social dynamics. When your internal frequency rises, any environment, relationship, or habit that remains locked in low-frequency friction naturally becomes uncomfortable to stay in. You are not losing your way, nor are you failing at life. Your energetic field is simply aligning with a new vibrational baseline, making it impossible to remain resonant with things that no longer serve your soul's growth. The second phase of this evolutionary passage is the bridge state, a space of profound quiet, neutrality, and deep spiritual recalibration. Standing upon this energetic bridge can feel deeply disorienting because the old version of your life has lost its meaning and momentum, yet the fully realized structures of your new reality have not yet fully condensed into physical form. You find yourself standing between two worlds, able to observe the collapsing dynamics of the old reality without wanting to join in, while quietly waiting for the new world to take form. The most essential wisdom during this bridge phase is total non-resistance and deep grounding. The analytical human ego often tries to force immediate solutions, seek mental certainty, or panic when familiar structures recede. Yet, higher guidance continuously reminds us that quietness is not stagnation. Inner stillness is the precise state in which your nervous system integrates incoming light codes without mental interference. When you learn to sit quietly within the unknown, without demanding immediate answers from a mind that was trained in the old paradigm, you allow the deeper intelligence of your higher self to rebuild your biological and energetic architecture. As these cosmic light streams continue to saturate our atmosphere, the practical responsibility of conscious human beings becomes increasingly paramount. You are not merely a passive survivor observing this cosmic transition from a distance. You are acting as a direct biological ground wire for these higher frequencies. When you cultivate internal quiet, maintain an emotionally centered posture, and refuse to feed into collective panic or manufactured narratives of division, you function as a living stabilizer. A single individual who remains anchored in genuine inner peace exerts a powerful organizing effect upon the surrounding energetic field, helping to soothe and clarify the turbulent emotional waters of those who are just beginning to wake up to the shift. The non-terrestrial protective fleets and allied high-dimensional councils operate under absolute universal laws of non-interference and human sovereignty. Their primary engagement during this phase of planetary transformation is purely one of atmospheric and structural stabilization. Operating through advanced non-disruptive resonance technologies within Earth's upper atmosphere, these guardian vessels work continuously to absorb extreme kinetic strain, minimize violent crustal disruptions, and balance incoming energetic currents. Their objective is to ensure that the photonic wave enters the planetary grid along a manageable, harmonic curve. They do not arrive as external saviors to override human choice, for rescue implies helplessness. Instead, their presence represents a supportive brotherhood, amplifying the innate divine strength, multidimensional intelligence, and sovereign light that humanity already possesses. Navigating this profound period of transition requires a balanced approach that combines practical grounding with energetic maturity. Securing simple, sensible provisions for your household, such as filtered drinking water, shelf-stable organic food, independent lighting sources, and essential health supplies, is a basic act of self-reliance that creates physical stability. When your physical needs are calmly met, your mind is freed from survival stress, allowing you to remain completely present for the deeper internal work. Yet, the most vital preparation remains entirely internal. It is the conscious daily practice of spending quiet time in nature, nourishing your physical vessel with high vibrational foods, unplugging from continuous digital stimulation, and building an unshakable trust in the wisdom of your higher soul. When the background noise of the old world recedes and the digital screens temporarily go dark, what remains is the absolute truth of your divine nature. You are an eternal, multidimensional soul carrying a physical body through the most significant evolutionary corridor in the history of human civilization. Your presence on Earth at this exact moment in time is far from accidental. You chose to be here to embody this frequency, to hold light amidst the shifting currents, and to assist in anchoring a peaceful paradigm for generations to come. Trust the innate intelligence of your physical vessel, honor the quiet guidance of your heart, and remain unwavering in your commitment to peace. The journey through this frequency elevation is an ongoing integration that touches every aspect of daily life, transforming how we perceive work, health, relationships, and human purpose. Many within our global community have noticed a sudden shift in their sensory awareness, an increased sensitivity to harsh sounds, unnatural lighting, synthetic foods, and low-frequency emotional environments. This heightened sensitivity is not a vulnerability. It is a clear indicator that your sensory systems are becoming finely tuned. Your body is naturally rejecting dense artificial inputs because it is recalibrating to align with pure, natural organic resonance. Listening to these subtle body signals and respecting your need for quiet sanctuary is an essential aspect of energetic self-care during this phase. As the photonic wave continues to move through the planetary grid, the relationship between conscious intention and physical reality is also accelerating. In the old density, there was a significant delay between thought, emotion, and physical manifestation, allowing individuals to harbor negative or chaotic internal states without seeing immediate physical consequences. In this new elevated energy field, that time lag is shrinking rapidly. What you hold in your mind and heart manifests in your personal field with incredible speed. This acceleration calls for heightened self-awareness and conscious mastery over your internal dialogue. Cultivating gratitude, unconditional compassion, and clarity of intent ensures that you manifest harmony and stability rather than amplifying personal friction. Furthermore, the collective bond among awakened souls is deepening beyond geographical and cultural boundaries. Although physical distance may separate members of our global community, the energetic connection between grounded light holders forms a silent, unified network across the entire planet. Every time you choose peace over conflict, every time you practice silent meditation, and every time you offer unconditional kindness to another human being, you send a ripple of high-frequency light through this planetary grid. You are never alone in this process. Millions of conscious beings are simultaneously anchoring this exact same frequency in their respective corners of the world, building a strong, energetic foundation for the new reality. The key to standing strong throughout the remainder of this transition lies in radical trust and total surrender to the divine unfolding. Surrender does not mean giving up or retreating into passivity. It means ceasing to fight against the natural flow of your soul's evolution. It means letting go of outdated timelines, rigid expectations, and the need to control external events. When you step out of resistance and align yourself with the divine flow of photonic light moving through our world, the transition shifts from a painful struggle into an extraordinary experience of awakening, joy, and deep spiritual liberation. Hold your head high, maintain your physical grounding, and honor the incredible privilege of being embodied on Earth during this epical shift. The darkness of the old paradigm is simply the passing shadow of a collapsing past, while the incoming light carries the morning energy of an unprecedented cosmic dawn. Walk forward with courage, remain centered in your sovereign truth, and know that you are fully supported by universal intelligence every step of the way. Stay peaceful, stay grounded, and continue to shine your light bright.